All right. So, as I said before, probably we're gonna try medium dry wine now.
Excellent. How are we doing on time? It's in the top right-hand corner. 12 minutes left. All right, good.
Cool. It's getting dangerous. Yeah,
Extreme wine tasting.
My way downhill. I think. There we go.
Yeah.
If you fall, you fall.
Yeah, it's literally like.
But I have 4 posts to
and...
grab. I have 4 chances to grab a post.
Oh yeah,
it's 4 chances, and then there's no chance.
Have you ever fallen? Not this.
No.
Okay.
No. And I mean, in vineyards like these, you have to move really carefully, not so fast. Take your time. Have every time a hand on a stick.
Sure.
And just take your time and then move slow.
And I suppose you'd learn from a child, even like if you slip, grab everything right away, right?
Lay flat.
Grab whatever you can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're
a goner.
A goner, right? Exactly. So we have here 213. In German, it's called Liebling vom Chef, which means darling, or the boss's darling, or whatever we want to call it.
Okay.
What do you want to call it?
That sounds good. Yeah, the boss's darling.
So and it's a medium dry wine, or again a Riesling, late harvest. Basically, it's another thing. Nearly all of my wines are late harvest, but when it comes to the dry wines, we are not putting the Spätlese on the label because Germans do not understand the term Spätlese. They consider it to be a Spätlese that it should be a sweeter wine. So anyway, this is a late harvest medium dry from the vineyard. So we are right here in a Großlager called vineyard, and the Eisbruch as well as the Batterieberg or the Allergrub or what. Then there's also the Fairturm is just parts of the vineyard. So and we harvest this wine a bit more of the direction of Enkircher, and this is the way. It's called Darling from the Boss because this is my dad's favorite wine, and if it's like nice weather outside and he sits in the evening with a glass of like this wine, he likes it, enjoys it really much, and then with a good decent food, that's really awesome. Like and the medium dry wines are not so common, I guess, in America, right?
Yeah, you don't see them too much, and I think it's a marketing problem as much as anything else, right? That we like the sweetness scale on the back,
right?
I think, and adding more German words to the label only helps the people who already love German wine and know what they want to buy.
Exactly.
So
exactly. I mean, it's like these medium dry wines are, I mean, good to drink when you're with some nice friends and enjoying yourselves, and also they are pretty nice if you have some kind of decent food, like if you shoot one of these wild boars and have a nice cranberry sauce with it, this is really delicious. So yeah, this is something, so enjoy, guys.
We drank a good bit of Riesling last night with Ackerman at Weingut Ackerman, and they cooked some boar for us. And
awesome.
And Riesling goes great with it. Yeah.
You know how we call these wild boars also when we have them on the plate?
No.
It's like winemaker's revenge.
Oh, I have heard that. Yeah. That's a good name for a dish.
It's like a really problem, as I said before. Like wild boars caused a lot of damage in 2011. In 2012. They eat like a whole vineyard of myself. So so like in total I would harvest around about 1,000 liters. So and I couldn't harvest even 1 liter. So because they eat everything.
That's amazing.
And we use different. Jesus.
Take that, Chaz. Slipping about. Extreme tasting.
Spilled wine all over me.
Yeah.
Nice.
I smell delicious.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, how do you like the wine so far?
This one smells more like pears and peaches to me, like just a little bit of peach on the outside from the sweetness, I think. And, yeah, but still Still like young, fresh pear fruit, mostly on the nose.
I have a hard time with the noses out here. The breeze is too much, and it's like it smells like stony minerality while we are surrounded by slate.
Yeah.
I think it maybe it's just my brain going there. I don't know, but flavor-wise, the sugar really works well with the acid on this wine. Like,
yeah, for sure.
This is just so easy to drink. Like, I see why it's the boss's favorite, right?
Yeah.
It's,
and you get a lot of those really nice peach flavors that, that come with that sweetness that round things out a little bit, and the acidity still stays nice, crisp note. That reminds me more like red apples, like a real fresh, perfectly ripe red apple.
Ripe and delicious.
On the acidity, it's not too tart. There's not a lot of going on, but little feeling of dryness.
And it's also like sometimes maybe it's my imagination. I started to think that you can smell tobacco somewhere. I mean, it's maybe chocolate-wise, like a real strong, flavor. So I don't know.
And kind of see that, but that's easy to say after somebody tells you. So
yeah.
And I mean,
well, that's really delicious. This is. And did this make it to America?
Not yet. So we had another one. It's called Esche Vineyard. Barnaby Tuttle from the Titanic Wine Company here imported it. And greetings to the guys from Titanic.
Yeah.
So,
Olga and Barnaby will probably end up seeing this.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
yeah. And but this one didn't make it. So I mean, for these guys, it's difficult because they want to import more wines, but I mean they have to react on the market. So
they can't
maybe
bring everything. So.
maybe one
absolutely.
day we find one of these wines. So.
Yeah.
Well, look for some of their other semi-sweet wines because these are really special. So 2013 has been a great year for that.
Yeah.
I think just the off-dry, right, or the Cabernet Spätlese level wines are really special. So
I mean, for Oregon, it was also a really good vintage, was it?
It was a really tough vintage.
it was a tough vintage.
Yeah, there was a lot of rot, and we were just talking.
I haven't tasted any of the wines yet.
We were talking with Reinhold Potzen the other day, and he said where the grapes will split and the bugs will come and lay eggs, and you'll get big vinegar infections in the grapes. We had a big problem with that in 2013 too.
Oh,
so it was hard for a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like every year, right? There are great wines out of every year. Yeah.
There's going to be superstars.
And
just
bad
like
wines
there's
out of the best
Exactly.
years, too.
So
So maybe the last wine.
we're back.
Wine number 4. Big scene change.
Yeah.
Where are we now?
We are in the Steffensberg right now. So
What was like? What led you to the decision to like we should up and move and like just come see the vineyard? Like,
I mean because we tried 3 wines from the Zepp Vineyard and the Eisbruch and the Eller group, but I thought the last wine is from the Steffensberg, so it would be nice to taste it directly here in this surrounding. So
yeah, good idea. Really cool setup here. There's we're right on the edge of a hillside that overlooks 4 valleys. Five valleys. Excuse me. Sorry. And this table commemorates that and has the names of all of them. So it's really
whole
quite
thing's
a wonderful
big
view.
chunk of slate.
yeah.
But we got the vineyard right behind us and
Exactly. So we are tasting. I mean, you probably know that Mosel is also famous for sweet wines, and so, in my opinion, a good wine tasting closes all the time with the sweet wine. So, or as you guys said, a low alcohol wine. We're having right now 2013 Riesling Spätlese, right directly from the Steffensberg, and I mean it glances out of again minerality as all our wines, wild fermented, cold fermented, and a nice, well balanced sweetness and acidity. And this Steffensberg is kind of a backyard vineyard, so it's directly suited to our wine estate. And you've seen in the other vineyards that we have a lot of blue slate in there, but in the Steffensberg we have a lot of red slate, and which makes a different soil type, which makes in the end another kind of wine. So the sweet wines are here in the Mosel most of the time low in alcohol. So the first wine we tried has had 12.5% of alcohol, and this one has 8.
Okay.
So I mean, you can drink up. I mean, even you guys, you can drink up 2 bottles without a problem. So
We have.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, on this trip a couple times.
So I hope you guys enjoy our wines. I mean, hopefully these wines will also be available in Oregon or in America. I'd like to see these wines. In
Yeah,
America.
if you're watching this and you're an importer, like I think outside of, or no, a distributor outside of Oregon or Washington, those are the only states you're in right now, right?
Washington State, Oregon, California.
And California.
And
Okay,
I
so
think-
if you're not on the
wait,
West,
and I think New Orleans, Texas.
oh,
nice.
you're getting out. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Okay, well
So-
there's the list. If you're not on that list, send this guy an email.
Yeah, or please contact the guys from Teutonic Wines.
Yep.
So pretty awesome guys to deal with, awesome
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So enjoy the wines.
A little bit of the saline-y, almost like a salty mineral edge to it, but it's got like an orange melon thing.
Definitely.
Smells really like a ripe cantaloupe.
A little bit of citrus.
A little bit of citrus. Yeah. It's
And you can't see from the camera, but this valley goes straight down into the village, and the side valley, it's not directly facing the Mosel either.
But this is completely south facing. So this is north on the south. So, oh, you have here this.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So
South
this
facing
is also
slope.
what Steffensberg is really famous for. It's because it's completely south facing and has sun from the beginning of the morning till the end of the day. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So always one of the more easy spots to get ripe then, I guess, right?
Even good, or very good for sweeter wines. And I mean, you're tasting these. The sweetness is not kind of candy bar sweet. It's
Right.
a really nice sweetness, which makes you like, okay, I want to have another glass of wine. So
Totally.
it's pretty awesome actually.
Yeah.
And if you have a nice cheese with it, this would really be also awesome fitting with that. Or some Dungeness crab. Jesus.
That sounds yeah.
when we eating.
That sounds really good. The acidity here doesn't have like the really tart or like sour character to it. It's more of like a delicate lift, kind of cleaning up the acidity or cleaning up the sweetness late. But similar to previous wines, the fruit flavors here are really pure. Probably a benefit of your the slow fermentation really give you a chance for these aromas and.
And if you have a wine needs a nice acidity, if you have a wine with no acidity at all, it has no back. I mean, it needs a back. It needs something to grab in your tongue, and if it has a nice acidity, this is the way to go. So, this is thankful to Slate. So I mean, without Slate, we are nothing. So.
Yeah.
One thing I really like about it is there's a juicy texture to this.
Definitely.
Like it's not overly weighty like some Spätleses can be, or has a lot of thick texture, I guess is the way to say it. It's just juicy and very easy to drink. Delicious.
A friend of mine, he has like a small kid, and it's like 5 or 6, and the kid smelled in the glass from this wine, and the kids just accidentally said, "This is how grapes are smelling." So
excellent.
and the kid for sure is completely right. So it's the way when we harvest, this is the way the grapes are smelling. So this is awesome.
Yeah, just real delicate flavors all the way across the palate, like a real light sense to it, which is really pleasant. So
Some of the 13s, the acid can be like really high, like over the top of the fruit, or a bit too much. This is in a really nice place. Like it's already drinking very, very nicely. Delicious wine.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit beforehand. Like one question I like to ask when a new generation is taking over a winery, kind of like a thanks dad kind of question. Like, I was wondering what your father did or what changes he made when he took over the estate that you're grateful or that you're really happy that he made those changes.
So my father, he was taking over the business when he was like 16. That was like in the 1960s, and he was during that time it was very common to have different grape varieties like Riesling, obviously, but also Müller-Thurgau, Kerner, Reichensteiner, all these grape varieties. And my father already started during that time, which was not very common, just to focus on Riesling, because on his opinion it was like Riesling is the best grape variety for the Mosel Valley, and which is like a not common thing in the world, so it's like a unique thing. So he decided just to focus on Riesling. He took out all the other wines which aren't Riesling and planted more Riesling in order to have more Riesling, and this is, I'm very thankful. So we are nearly 100% Riesling wine estate, and this is I like best about because it's so cool. Riesling is the best grape variety in the world. So.
Yeah, and it's nice. Then when you take over, the vines are mature and producing well, and
exactly.
That's a great great position to be in.
And he was also already focusing during that time, which was also not very common, on quality. During that time it was very common to focus on quantity. You could sell whatever you had, even if it was not very good wine. But my father said, so maybe this works for another few years, but at one point this will stop, and people will want more quality. So, and he started focusing on more quality, and and I'm hopefully continuing these kinds of tradition, and yeah.
I suppose during that era, a lot of the old vines are at risk, right? A lot of people would have torn out your Eisbruch vineyard for higher yields, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool that didn't happen.
Exactly. Yeah. So guys, thank you very much for doing this show in Germany.
Well, thanks for this. This has been an extreme.
It's an extreme edition.
Yes.
The first part of the show was just
that was
hilarious
great
to shoot. Yeah.
Yes. Also the hottest episode of Wine is Serious Business we've done yet too.
We've done some pretty warm ones in the apartment.
Oh,
cooking in the
I
apartment.
still think that was probably
that was it. Yeah.
Sun from two directions. It's good. Is there any question you'd like to ask our audience before we wrap up?
Have you ever ride a monorail?
Good question.
I was really looking forward to it. I saw Barnaby and Olga's video. They posted.
They did it. Awesome,
guys. Like, I gotta do this. So yeah.
It's a good time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
See you. Bye.